Your lifestyle artist.
Our lifestyle artist today is this American musician when it comes to contemporary Christian music, and he simply talks about the basics all Christians ought to prioritize as Christians in the way of living, but also regardless of who you are in the ministry. Are you a preacher? Are you are you an usher? Are you a singer? I mean, the basics that you need to embrace as a Christian. Listening, this is Mark or Jonathan Mark Reynolds.
Yeah, I mean, no matter, I think I said this yesterday and it made me happy. So those are the things I keep. I'm like, remember that, John. The same stuff that saves a new convert is the same stuff that saves a bishop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The same stuff that saves a non-denominational white kid from Nebraska is the same stuff that saves an apostolic black kid from New York. It's the same thing. Now we'll make it complicated. We might add some stuff on top of it. We might add a little dance here and say, oh well, the evidence of the Holy Spirit is this, and then we'll do a whole bunch of other stuff. And here's the Lord's Prayer that I want y'all to sing like this. We do a lot of next level stuff for church and church culture, but the actual things that save you, faith, belief, confessing your sin, all that is the same everywhere. If you get so lofty, if you get so wrapped in the fact that you're a gospel artist and the Stellars and the Grammys, or you are the jurisdictional prelate of your huge congregation, whatever. When you get wrapped up and you live out of that space so much, it is very necessary for you to remind yourselves of the basics, the stuff that actually makes you who you are, not the stuff that was afforded to you and given to you because of your great stature and because of your intelligence, your wisdom, and the great feats God has used you with or in. But you got to go back to the basement. Like, you got to go back to the basics, go back to the stuff that makes you even qualified to talk. And that is always God's grace. That is always his existence. That is always his love. That is always salvation and the fact that he had a plan to save us. That goes for everybody. You are no bigger than anybody else in the eyes of God. And so when you go back to those basics and remind yourself of the why and how you even are who you are and why your life doesn't look more like the sins you've committed, that is a sobering and humbling place to go back to, and it changes everything about how you move. If you see me jacked up, it's because I've lived more as an artist and less as a son of God. If you see most preachers jacked up, it's because they had to live isolated in their success and in their separation from the congregation, and they didn't live out of just being a son or daughter of God. That's normally what happens. And so getting back to the basics for me is like, I've seen a lot, but I can't believe that I'm back to the basics.